MPVs are one of the most popular vehicle segments here in the Philippines. And what comes to mind first? We have the Mitsubishi Expander, Toyota Avanza/Veloz, Suzuki Ertiga, and Hyundai Stargazer, you name it. But what if you want something really, really different? And what if you're looking for an electric vehicle MPV? So look no further with this 2025 BYD eMax 7 standard. And I'd like to thank so much BYD Cars Greenfield for lending me out this vehicle for a couple of days now. And there's a lot to like with this eMax 7 standard. Now, being an MPV, EV is not the first choice when it comes to mine, as I mentioned with the competitors. But there's so much to like about this eMax 7. And as well, BYD Cars Philippines just recently launched the BYD Tang DMI. And I'll be honest, this eMax 7 might get overshadowed a lot by that vehicle because it's a 7-seater and it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. But there is one trump card with this eMax 7 that I like compared with the Tang DMI. We will get to that later on. Design is not literally a key part when it comes to MPVs because they're tall, long, wide to accommodate all 7 occupants. But BYD kind of peppered this vehicle, making this one of the best looking MPVs in this class, in my opinion only. And as you can see on the side profile, it is a very slick looking MPV. That's what I love with this eMax 7. And here up front, I love this design. It kind of looks like oversized or a smaller scale version of the BYD Tang and BYD Han respectively. You get a stroke here of LED lights with repeaters, and like with every other MPV, you have a decent amount of ground clearance at 170 millimeters. And these are running on 225, 55, and 17 series tires and wheels. You get door-mounted side mirrors with repeaters and cameras underneath. So take note, this specific eMax 7 is the standard base model. So I've already encountered this car during the Autofocus Test Drive Festival earlier this year, and I've enjoyed that car a lot. So again, having driven this for a couple of days now, this is one of the smoothest EVs I've tried out so far. So pairing this BYD eMax 7 standard base model and first glance with the engine bay, the battery sits really low to improve the center of gravity. So what we have here is a 55.4 kilowatt hour battery that produces 163 horsepower and 310 newton meters of torque. And you get an NEDC range of 420 kilometers, which is actually really good for a base model. And if you want something with more range, you can opt for the superior variant, the ones with the captain seats, that has a total range of 530 kilometers. But for this base model with this kind of range, this is already very good, and it can compete with the regular combustion vehicle MPVs. And I cannot stand how much space there is because I can literally fit here if I wanted only. And the eMax 7 standard can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 10.1 seconds. But a little teaser for you guys, I've tried it out already off camera. I think it can go faster than that. Main reasons MPVs are so popular here in the Philippines, aside from the seating capacity themselves, MPVs should be practical at the same time. And here at the rear of this eMax 7 looks very good, and probably again one of the best looking ones in this segment. And you have a full functioning LED light bar. And this is the hard part with the eMax 7 variants. You cannot tell that which is which from the outside, but only from the inside. And what I like with this eMax 7, despite being an EV, so this is my laundry, apologies, but a very good demonstration on how practical this car is. So with all of the seats up, this is at 180 liters, and underneath there's extra storage. And how to fold down the third row, it's very similar like that of the Tang DMI. You just pull these straps and fold down the third row itself if you wanna push these guys in, and if you do not have any people sitting in the third row itself. So this one now extends to around 300 liters. And finally, when you fold all of the seats down, it extends to a whopping 580 liters. Now, I say only 580 liters because that's what it says in the brochure. But I have a feeling this is around 1,000 liters, which is more comparable than the combustion engine MPVs that I've mentioned.
Please make sure that the key is in the vehicle.
This is my third take already. And unlike with the combustion engine counterpart MPVs, they do not have the quality. I'm so astounded how good this eMax 7 is well built. I mean, even how you close the doors, there's a surprisingly good amount of door tags. So not saying it's totally Euro-like, but it's much thicker than the aforementioned competitors. And the interior, again, one of the best in class, and as well a very conventional BYD design language. But I do like the eco-friendly material designs, like here around in the door handles, and that's why you get leather soft pads here on your elbow. And this is very James May spec because everything is brown, even here on the seats themselves. Very soft and very comfortable to sit in. And the cushions is really soft to the point it's too dangerously comfortable for my liking only, but I think that's a good thing for most people anyways. And here on the left side, you get a compartment here and perfect placements for putting your BYD NFC cards. But of course, if you do not want to use this, there is a regular key right here, which is more of my thing. You have a 5-inch LCD display right in the middle, flanked by your power meter and your speedometer, and just few information here and there only, since this is the base model. And what's not present with the standard base model is the BYD Pilot system, aka your full ADAS functions, but there's still nice amount of tech with this. So example here with this 12.8-inch rotating screen, which is a BYD signature already. So for once, actually, let's put it here in portrait mode. So you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and as well a 360-degree camera, despite this being a base model, which I am a big fan of, and the resolution, one of the better MPVs and EVs respectively. And here are the rest of the features with this BYD eMax 7 standard. Steering wheel, it's actually really small. I think one of the smaller ones that I've held in any BYD or a MPV so far only. And here on the left side, you get your cruise control functions, and on the right side, you get your volume and instrument cluster adjustments on the right side. And another fancy feature of the buttons can actually rotate the screen itself, which is a very nice touch. And further down, you get 2 air conditioning vents. And here in the center console itself, you get 2 pads here, one for your NFC card placement, and here around in the gear shift, physical buttons, which is a very nice touch. It's not buried here in the infotainment system. Yes, example like with the air conditioning stuff here, but the rest, like for turning it on and off, it's right here. And then for your auto hold functions, oh, there's another volume. Oh, okay, never knew that. There's another volume adjustment right here, besides here on the steering wheel. And 2 toggle switches over here. So one is to adjust your regenerative braking. So we have 2 modes only, standard and larger. And 3 driving modes. We have eco, normal, and sport mode, the usuals. And what I like with all of the BYDs that I've tried out so far, so if you flick it to sport mode, there's a little red flash that illuminates here in the infotainment system, signifying that you're going to have a lot of fun with this eMax 7 standard. Further behind, you get 2 cup holders and a place here for your phone. So here's a demonstration, like a wallet. Perfect size. And open this center console box. It reveals a decent amount of space with one of each Type A, Type C USB port, a 12-volt socket, and a slot here for your memory card. And BYD have done a good job designing this vehicle. So I was worried. So example, if I want to connect to your phone devices, like example my Android Auto, so I was worried the wire will get eaten with this console box, but no, they actually left a space here. So they were very technical with all of the small stuff here with this eMax 7, and I like that. And glove box, okay, decent amount of space. And above here you get your light controls, so they're all LED as well, sunglasses holder, and then visor, vanity mirror, LED light on either side, which is a nice touch. Ooh. I forgot the last BYD that has a sun visor extension. Let me know in the comments down below. And like with every other MPV, this eMax 7 standard ticks all of the boxes. So once again, here in the door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front. You get the eco-friendly material and leather soft pad still for your elbow, which is a nice thing. And this is already my normal driving position. Look at that, feet, knee room, and head room Oh, that's really good. I am 5'4" by the way, and it's as spacious as its combustion engine competitors. But I think the headroom's among one of the best, if not mistaken. I need to try out all of the MPVs again to see if this is really the best in class. But what I can say though, the best in class, you get triple map pockets on either side. That's what I like. And here in the middle, you get controls for your air conditioning for the second and third row, and further down you get a cubby space and one of each, again type A and type C USB ports, and central armrest. It reveals two cup holders. I think it can fit small ones, but hey, it's nice to place your elbows. Oh, that's among one of the softest ones I've encountered in any vehicle so far. And if I want to sit here in the middle, there's just like a wee of a transmission tunnel, but put your feet wherever you want. And the cushion of this is actually much softer than either left or right side. And if you want to sit a lot of people, this eMax 7 is very capable, hence eMax 7 7-seater. Kidding aside, for my stature, you can fit 5 or even squeeze 6 people here in the second row in case for emergencies only, because I don't want to overload a lot of the vehicles nowadays. And another specialty with this eMax 7 standard, so going to the third row, it's very much easy. And finally, sitting here in the third row itself, and as you can see, so this is my knee room and feet room. Oh wow, I can stretch my feet all the way forward. So this second row has not been adjusted whatsoever. So can you imagine how much more space you can have here? And then sitting here is actually really good. So the headrest makes up for it. So just watch out if it's folded down, because it kind of gets in the way at your back, or for your back rather. But hey, sitting here is one of the more comfortable MPVs that I've tried out. I can survive here in the third row on a long journey. And few toys here, get air conditioning vents on either side, as well cup holders, seat belt holders, and that's mainly it. And as you can see, hopefully in this shot, so this is how you recline the third row. So just pull this lever, and voila, how easy is that? Now, if I sit here in the middle, of course, there's a divider. Yeah, it's doable. I'm comfortable-ish here, so you can fit at least 3 people of my stature here. And I'm very astounded how spacious this BYD eMax 7 is. Now driving the BYD eMax 7's standard, and naturally, yeah, perks of an EV vehicle. Once again, it is very, very peppy. And take note, I left it in eco most of the time, and it still can skid its tires that easily. And what if more, we do it in sport mode, but I will not try it out today because of the road and weather conditions. But beside the performance of this eMax 7 standard, there's so much again to like about this vehicle. And as I said earlier, one of the smoother EVs that I've tried out. So BYD did orient more of the family friendly approach rather than the full on performance, but without sacrificing the range altogether. And here immediately, NVH test. Yeah, there's not much tire noise going into the cabin. It is present, but it's not an uncomfortable experience. But it will just depend on the type of road surface. Like here, smooth part here around in Greenfield. Yeah, that's really good. Although one nitpick only, this one, I find the gas just a little bit thin than usual. But overall, comparing with the rest of the combustion engine MPVs in this segment, yeah, this is among one of the best out there. And like all BYDs, yeah, the steering feel is really, really light. It's among one of the lightest MPV steering feels that I've tried out, but still not so bad if this is going to be your first EV and your first MPV as well. Generally, they're really fun to drive. These things have really good performance and all that. This one, of course, being an electric vehicle, yeah, you can push it as much as you want. And remember, this is only the base models. What if more? Again, if we have the top of the line superior variant with a much larger battery and much more power. I'm really, really happy that I was able to acquire my hands with a base model, because there's, again, so many good things with MPVs, and BYD have nailed the MPV segment of things, because of course I think they will literally finish every category here in the Philippines, and there will be of course more BYD vehicles yet to come. And as an MPV lover myself, yeah, this is a really, really solid choice. Like with other EVs as well, the driving dynamics is a little bit meh, aside from the steering feel itself. So this one I find really odd. This is among one of the most sensitive BYD brakes I have tried out so far. Sometimes it's really good, like sharp if I tap the brake now. Okay, it's very smooth. But if at low speeds, when you tap it, sometimes it does go suddenly to a full stop. That's just only on my experience only. But the rest of the times, it's been a very solid performer altogether. Now, this is what's going to probably turn off some buyers, just being honest, is the price point. As a BYD, this is great value. But as an MPV, it is a little bit more on the expensive side of things. So at 1,498,000 pesos, and on that note, being almost top of the line pricing MPV, this is a really, really good shout. And I'm really impressed with this BYD eMax 7 standard. Again, I'd like to thank everyone here, literally around in the area. BYD Cars Greenfield for lending me this eMax 7 for a couple of days. One more time. Woo, I love this. So hopefully we'll get the top of the line van soon to the channel. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more BYD reviews coming right up. Bye bye.